Final 2018 FBS rankings 1 through 130. Mark Rogers TV, the voice of college football, bringing you the best in debate, discussion, and analysis on college football. Of course, we ask that you subscribe, you share the videos, you like the videos, and you comment below. We are ranking all the teams in the FBS 1 through 130 for 2018. We are putting a cap on last season as we have crunched the numbers, the results, the performance on the field, and evaluated the teams 1 through 130. And of course, what makes this a difficult task is the lack of an overlap of scheduling, unlike the NFL. Also, that the Power 5 is so much better than the Group of 5 generally, although I would estimate about 10 to 15% of the Group of 5 teams are better than the bottom portion of the Power 5 teams. Think Rutgers, Kansas, Oregon State, those teams that are abysmal in the Power 5, and some of the better teams in the Group of 5 that we saw last season in Fresno State, Boise State, and again, UCF in going undefeated in the regular season. But for an example, Fresno State, the Mountain West Conference champion, lost to Minnesota, a 3-6 team in the Big Ten. So the Power 5 is significantly better than the Group of 5. And even within the Power 5, there are various levels, as the SEC is once again, according to the voice of college football right here, the best conference in college football. And there is division among the Group of 5 as well, as the Mountain West in particular. The American Conference are strong. Some of the other conferences not nearly as deep or as strong at the top. All right, let's run it through 130 all the way up to number 1. And if you have your comments and questions, which I am anticipating, and your debate to raise, simply leave those comments below and I will get to them. Here we go. Number 130 is UTEP. Number 129 is Central Michigan out of the MAC. Number 128 is Georgia State. 127 is UConn, who had the worst point differential in college football, an abysmal season out of Randy Edsall's squad in Storrs, Connecticut. 126 is Rice. 125 is Texas State. At number 124, we've got South Alabama. Kent State's 123. We've got New Mexico State at 122. San Jose State with only one win at 121. UMass at 120. Number 119 is Bowling Green out of the MAC. Ball State out of the MAC at 118. New Mexico's at 117. Akron, despite a win over Northwestern, is at 116. Colorado at 115. Rutgers, the first Power 5 team that we see right there, the worst in the Power 5 at 114 out of the Big Ten. Texas, San Antonio, 113. Western Kentucky, number 112. Tulsa's at 111. Coastal Carolina at 110. UNLV at 109. Oh, the mighty have fallen. Louisville at 108 after a 2-10 campaign in Bobby Petrino's final season. All right, Old Dominion, despite the win over Virginia Tech, they come in at 107. We've got East Carolina at 106. Navy, usually a fine team out of the Group of 5, a postseason team. They finished 3-10 this past season, and they are number 105. Florida Atlantic 104. Charlotte 103. We've got Louisiana Monroe at 102. Oregon State out of the Pac-12 shows up as the worst Pac-12 team at 101. And SMU has the distinction of being number 100 in the Mark Rogers TV college football rankings. All right, here are the top 99. Air Force at 99. North Carolina 98. Kansas 97. Arkansas 96. Horrible year out of course, the Razorbacks. Liberty 95. Arkansas State 94. Louisiana at 7-7 this year is at 93. Wyoming at 92. Miami of Ohio at 91. Illinois out of the Big Ten at number 90. Western Michigan is 89. Toledo 88. Eastern Michigan is 87. Awful season out of Chip Kelly and UCLA. They check in at number 86. Southern Miss at 85. Nebraska 84. South Florida 83. Georgia Southern at 82. We've got San Diego State at 81. Hawaii is at number 80 following an 8-6 campaign. Tulane at 79. Nevada at 78. Louisiana Tech 77, North Texas at 75. The Green Wave finished the Mean Green at 9-4. FIU at 75. Northern Illinois played one of the most difficult non-conference schedules in college football, having to take on Florida State, Iowa, and Utah. NIU still finished at 8-5 and number 74 in the country. Marshall at 73. Middle Tennessee at 72. Colorado finished at number 71. And they, of course, had a late season slide that finished the Buffs off at 5-7, and Mike McIntyre out the door. Arizona at number 70 in Kevin Sumlin's inaugural season. The Ohio University Bobcats under Frank Solich at number 69. 68's BYU. 67 is Florida State. Certainly not the 67th highest recruited talent in the nation on that roster, but number 67 after an awful 5-7 campaign and 3-5 in the ACC. Buffalo at number 66, Troy at 65, Virginia Tech at number 64, Kansas State 63, Texas Tech number 62, Maryland, despite a big win over Texas and almost defeating Ohio State in overtime, checks in at 5-7 and number 61. Indiana with a 2-point win over Maryland and the same 5-7 record at number 60. Appalachian State played 13 games because they played and won the Sun Belt Conference Championship, and App State is number 59. USC at 58. Ole Miss 57. Tennessee at 56. We've got Houston at 55. Vandy. The Commodores just gave Derek Mason a contract extension after losing 7 games and a bowl game to Baylor. Vandy at number 54. Memphis 53. Temple 52. And we've got Purdue at 51. Purdue, the highest, I believe, losing team with a 6-7 record in the rankings. Purdue at number 51. UAB, the Conference USA champs, at number 50. All right, here we go. 49 on down. Miami, 49. Baylor, 48. Duke's at 47. Wake Forest at 46. At number 45, we've got Georgia Tech. A lot of the ACC Coastal Division right here. Tough to distinguish these teams. At 44, we've got Pitt. 43, Cal. Number 42 is TCU. TCU and Cal played to an overtime game in the Cheez-It Bowl. Number 41, Minnesota. And what a late season run from PJ Fleck and company. Number 40 is Michigan State, tumbling all the way from 10-3 to 7-6 in a bowl loss. At number 39, Arizona State. 38, South Carolina. After Will Muschamp took them from 3 wins to 6-9, they fall off to a 7-6 campaign and an embarrassing 4-touchdown loss to Virginia in postseason play. Number 37, Boston College. They missed their bowl game, of course, because of weather issues against Boise State. Virginia with a huge upgrade under Bronco Mendenhall in his second season. Finished at number 36. NC State at 35. We've got Missouri at 34. Oklahoma State at number 33 with one of the oddest seasons in college football, considering that Oklahoma State took Oklahoma to the wire 48-47 and would have won the game with a 2-point conversion. Also missed an extra point that would have tied the game. They beat Texas. They beat Boise State. They beat a lot of good teams in the Big 12, but they lost to a lot of bad teams in the Big 12, including Kansas State 31-12. Oklahoma State finishing in 7-6 after a upset win, another big win against Missouri in postseason play. All right, Army's at number 32 at 11-2. Then we've got Wisconsin at 31. Utah at 30 made it to the Pac-12 championship game, winning the South. Boise State at 29. Utah State at number 28. Interesting comparison in the Mountain West Conference between Boise State 10-3, Utah State 11-2, and Fresno State at 12-2. Check out the numbers, check out the results. Very interesting comparison, and a lot of debate could be had there. Again, Utah State at 28, Cincinnati 27, Fresno State at 26. We've got Iowa State with a fine season and tough schedule at number 25. Auburn 24. Oregon's number 23 in our rankings. The voice of college football says Stanford is number 22. West Virginia at 21. All right, here's the top 20. At number 20 out of the SEC Western Division, Mississippi State, 4-4 in the conference, 8-5 overall. We've got Iowa, who defeated Mississippi State in the bowl game, in the Outback Bowl. Iowa at number 19, Penn State 18. Northwestern at number 17 as the Big Ten stacks up 17, 18, and 19. Syracuse at number 16. Washington State 15. Washington, the Pac-12 champions, at 14, the lowest rated of the Power 5 conference champions. Texas A&M at number 13 with a fine season, having to play Alabama and Clemson, finishing off North Carolina State in postseason play 52-13. Michigan took a tumble late season, of course, getting drubbed by Ohio State and Florida. They're at number 12. UCF, the highest of the group of 5, at number 11. Here's our top 10. Florida at number 10. Texas at 9. Kentucky at 8. We've got the Georgia Bulldogs at 7. LSU 6. Notre Dame 5. Oklahoma 4. The Ohio State Buckeyes at 3. At number 2 is the Crimson Tide of Alabama. And at number 1, undisputed, can't be argued in any way, 15-0, the only undefeated team in all of college football and national champions by 4 touchdowns over Alabama, is the Clemson Tigers. That is our rundown and final rankings, 130 all the way up to number 1 of the FBS in 2018. Again, we're going to check out spring practice. We're going to take into consideration personnel losses and big recruiting gains to set you up for 2019 and our rankings late spring, early summer, 1 through 130. But that caps off 2018. Would love to hear what you have to say about my rankings. I'm sure they're going to come under fire. So bring it on right here at Mark Rogers TV, the voice of college football. Please support the channel. If you love what we do here in discussing, debating, and analyzing college football, check out in the description section. We've got an Amazon link. Do your Amazon shopping. You don't need to buy the product that's displayed in the link. Just take the link, do your regular Amazon shopping using our link. That will help support and keep the voice of college football loud and proud and strong. We will see you next time.